Hey guys, I'm Isaiah.
And I'm Jenna.
And today we're going to recap our Hawaii trip. So yeah, let's go. Alright, so we're going to go in chronological order of the trip. Plane ride.
Oh, that's pretty smooth.
Yeah, the plane ride was actually really good.
My ears on airplanes always get so jacked up. It hurts. It hurts for a really long time afterwards. So that was kind of sucky, I guess. Sucky part to
We
the
had like the basic econ, like we boarded in group 9 and somehow like all 7 of us ended up sitting close to each other. So we weren't too bored the whole time. And LAX is a mess. So just anytime you fly into LAX, just know it's going to be a mess.
And this guy sitting next to my mom was terrified, and it was so adorable.
Oh yeah, there was like this grown man.
My mom had to help him, and I mean, bless my mom, because
this was a grown man. He was crying on the flight. But I feel that though. The first time I ever flew on a plane, I was so scared. But I was also like 13, so I think I had the right to be scared. Okay, so like getting to Hawaii, we landed in Hawaii at like 8:30, right? And the rental car place like took forever, and we ended up leaving the airport at, I would say, like 10, maybe later, and our place was 2 hours away. So that night, and we were in the, like, we had a 3-seater, what was it, Nissan Armada, and we had to like be in the back cramped with all the bags. And let me tell you, that was like the hardest 2-hour car ride to the place ever. Like I just kept getting cramps all over. But
it was pretty cold back there, cramped, and I was sleeping with my contacts on, so that was so rough. Don't do that. Do not do it. If my eyes got so dry, it's just painful. You don't want to know why the car took so long to get and leave the rental place? It's because they don't know how to fill up gas in Hawaii.
So they don't have like gas meters at the airport pumps. So like this guy was just kind of like guessing, and he didn't want to like waste the airport's gas, so he kept like undermining it. And then like it took like 30 minutes to put a tank of gas in the like rental car because he didn't want to like over jump it.
I understand why he was so energetic and everything, talking about like where to go and how good it's this. Like, oh yeah, I totally do this. But it was like 10 at night. I did not want to be there anymore, and I was just so irritated by him talking so long to my dad. And my dad was enthusiastic with it too, so it just it
cool.
kept going.
I would be excited all the time if I lived in Hawaii.
I would be, but from my point of view, I was just tired and ready to go home.
Okay, so let me tell you.
2-hour trip.
You think Hawaii like tropical and hot, but where we stayed, it was like freezing every night, and I liked it because like the place we had no AC, so like kept a cool breeze going. And it
was like 15 minutes away from Volcano National Park.
Yeah, so
it was pretty high up in elevation.
We were definitely high up, and there was volcanoes around us, and it was cool. And there were frogs at night that were so loud.
I never forget those frogs.
And I will never forget those frogs. It's like crazy.
It's the best. Honestly, I hated it the first day because I was really scared getting out of the car. But now I'm just going to miss it every night.
Yeah, the first day I was like, what the hell? And then by the last day I was like, damn, I got to go home and hear like crickets.
Yeah.
So on the first day, we went to a luau. And let me say, like, it sounds so cliche, but that thing was like awesome. I thought it was pretty good, especially that like we had a buffet and it would lasted like 3 or 4 hours, and it was like right on the beach with the sunset.
Yeah, it was a really good location for it.
And yeah, it was honestly like, I'm not a fan of like cliche things when we travel, but the luau was freaking awesome. Mm-hmm. I just had my glasses stolen that day, so it was whatever. Yeah. And I had to replace them like when we got back, and it was like $300.
I'm pretty sure we knew who stole it too.
Yeah,
they were literally sitting right behind us.
Yeah, so like it was kind of my fault because I set my stuff down right there and I went into the water. But then when I came back, my glasses were gone, and the people that were behind us were like beach bums, and they kept telling us like that they weren't stolen and that I don't know that they were good people.
They blamed me.
They kept saying that
they said, "Oh yeah, you handed them to your girl." And
yeah, they kept saying that my girlfriend lost them.
No.
And that was funny, but yeah, screw those guys. All right, they probably took them. And it's whatever. Like, why would you take prescription glasses?
I was so
They
mad
didn't even take my
too.
sunglasses. They just took my prescription glasses.
And he set all his camera stuff down, too.
I set all my camera stuff, my drone, I set everything down, and all that was gone was my glasses. Like, I guess because my glasses were on top of everything. And they didn't want to like risk going in my bag and stuff.
You know what also triggered me? I was standing there. I guess I was looking pretty mad. And the guy was like, "What are you doing so mad? Smile." And it was one of the guys that took the glasses.
He was from
like, oh my God.
He was from like Minnesota, right? because he was telling someone he was from Minnesota and he just comes down here for the summer, and he was all acting like he was Hawaiian and like born and raised, and it was so annoying. Like, oh god, screw those guys. Anyways, like,
gosh, that is.
Anyways,
happiness ever triggered me.
Day 1 ended really good. That luau was awesome. The sunset was awesome. I got like my favorite pictures that day.
And we've been talking about a lot of negatives, but it's really good. It's really nice. The water was so pretty. The waves were huge.
So like day 2 and 3 were our adventure days. We went to Volcanoes National Park. We went to Punaluu Black Sand Beach where the sea turtles are. And then day 3 we went to Waipo Valley and Akaka Falls. That was all right.
Yeah, there's another waterfall that we can actually get into the fall.
Yeah, I think it's called like Rainbow Falls.
Yeah, it was like the opposite.
Yeah, go to Rainbow Falls. I mean, Akaka Falls, literally, it's like a 20-minute thing. Like you park, you walk like half a mile, you see the waterfall. Like it's cool, but don't just go to that waterfall. I would say like go to Rainbow Falls. Seems really cool. There's like 3-in-1. You can jump in the pool under it. Like, yeah, so the waterfall was all right. Checked it off the list. Waipo Valley was absolutely amazing.
Oh, it was so pretty.
Oh my god, it was like I want to live there, but you can't.
Is it like a natives or tribe people?
So we hiked down Waipo Valley, and that was okay. Like, you know, everybody made it. The hiking up is probably that was the hardest. That was the hardest hike I've ever done. Going back up, and like we did it.
It was like the highest incline on a treadmill.
Yeah, like hell yeah. So like you put the treadmill to 15, right? And I don't even think that would do it justice. Like, it's literally like you're like, when you're going up, you could like literally put your hand on, like, it's so steep. And I was carrying like a 40-pound, not 40, it was like 30-pound bag on my, oh God, that sucked. But we had sandwiches at the top and it was good.
Yeah, water. We didn't have any water anymore. We made this mistake twice in our life now. So.
We drank water. Like, we were like, oh, we're about to hike up. Let's just drink all the water. That was a bad idea. But then we made it to the top, and we were good that day. On Tuesday, so that was Wednesday. On Tuesday, we went to Volcanoes National Park, and we did a hike down until I don't even know what it was. It was like a lava pool, like a dried up lava pool or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Lava pit. It's where
it was like a lava pit.
Yeah.
And it was raining and misty, and it was so cool.
Yeah, it rained
like,
every
It was
day.
clear, and then like as we were starting to hike back up to the car, like the mist started rolling in, and it was so cool.
It started getting pretty cool.
Felt like I was in King Kong or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then we went to a black sand beach. It was like probably the most famous one on Big Island, Punaluu, and there's like sea turtles in the sand, and got some drone shots, got some ladies yelling at me that I was going to hurt their kids with my drone. Their kids were literally all over my drone, so it's whatever. Got the craziest drone shots there. I liked it. Kept getting like King Kong vibes. I don't know. Mm-hmm. The mountains in the background.
It was very cloudy.
It was moody. It was so moody. It was so good. So yeah, day 2 and 3 are probably my favorite days. So day 4, we went into Hilo, which is like the big city on Big Island. And we just had like a out on the town day. We just, went to some shops, ate some really good food. Mm-hmm. And it was like such a fancy place, and like the prices were not that bad. So I was blown away by that. The calamari there was amazing. Then after that, what did we do?
It's like
we went to a park. We went to like the Hilo Park. Like it's like the city park. And it was so cool. Like
so much better than parks.
It was
here.
so plain. Like it was plain, but just the fact that I was in Hawaii and there was like cool bridges and like a huge statue and there's like an art museum thingy there. It's cool. They have like big old trees, and like the thing that sucks is like in San Antonio where we live, all we have is like oak trees and cedar and pecan. But in Hawaii, you're walking on like mangoes are falling on you and shit. It's awesome.
I guess to some people, San Antonio is like, wow, it's pretty cool over here. To like nothing like our Hawaii, but still, people do travel here. And
people come to San Antonio, but they don't come because of oak trees.
Yeah.
They come like for the Riverwalk and for the Riverwalk. I don't know why people come to San Antonio, especially during the summer. Oh my God. So day 5, we went into, what were they called? Like Waikea Caves or I don't know. I'm not even going to try. I don't even remember what they were called. There were some caves and it was cool down there. And we hiked pretty deep in and I cut myself like twice and I didn't get like deadly infections. So we're good. We're good.
It was pitch black.
It was like, it was pitch black in there. I mean, it's a cave.
It was pretty cool.
It was cold. It was like nice and cool.
Yeah. Where the lava like was flowing, you can see like the rivets in it, and it just looked like mud, but it was hard. So it was kind of weird. Yeah,
it was cool.
It's so smooth.
Like you wouldn't you're like it looks like it literally looked like mud. Like it looked like it was mushy, but if you would poke it, it was like rock solid. I know it's like, like geology stuff. I don't know. I'm not a geologist, so I sound stupid on this topic, but it was like mud. It it was like where the lava was and water flowed, so like it smoothed it out. It looks so cool.
And it could go back really far for like a mile or so.
Yeah, we gave up after a while because we had older people with us.
Yeah.
And then after that, we went to Richardson's Beach Park and we went snorkeling. And it was the craziest thing ever. Like, that's something I'll never forget. So, like, I went in there looking for, like, corals. And we saw some corals, and there was, like, a lot. I wasn't expecting there to be that much close to the shore.
Too.
Yeah.
There was a giant sea urchin, like, this size, all black.
Yeah, and I was, like, stepping all over him, but I had, like, flippers on. So, like, good thing I had flippers on, or else I'd be at the hospital.
Yeah.
And then
Fish.
we got closer to the shore, and there was like a bunch of sea turtles and just swimming with sea turtles. It was so majestic.
It was so close.
And it was like in the wild too. It wasn't like you weren't on a tour that was like, oh, swim with the sea turtles with like a group. Like there was no one around us and we were just chilling and sea turtles were just swimming by us and it was unforgettable.
I was kind of scared swimming around them because there's such a rule that you like don't touch the sea turtles, stay 30 feet back from them or something.
Oh yeah, like
so I was like, okay,
there's rules and I understand like
that's enough.
Like I wasn't trying, like we were just snorkeling and all of a sudden like sea turtles like and I was like, oh crap. And so I mean you try to keep your distance, but at the same time like I'm just like minding my business, they were minding their business, and we were just kind of like in the same ecosystem. But like, I wasn't like, let's go touch the sea turtles. Yeah, like let's go mess with them.
To mess with any wildlife
so like,
there, so
yeah, just chilling, man. I was just snorkeling, sea turtles passing by me, going under me, going face to face with me, and it was amazing. Like I didn't have to pay a tour guide. I didn't have to go in a group. It was just raw experience, and that was like Hawaii at its best right there for me.
They're actually really big too.
Oh yeah, hell
I didn't
yeah!
expect them to be that big.
I thought the sea turtles were gonna be like maybe half the size of this table. They were like the size of this table.
I think it was like a green turtle.
Yeah, they're like green sea turtles,
yeah.
Hawaiian green sea turtles or something like that.
I learned this in aquatic science, but I can't remember. So.
Yeah, I don't know anything about oceans.
Like everything.
Yeah, so disclaimer: we were at the grocery store like every day, so
we never got enough stuff.
We know, yeah.
Like, okay, we're not gonna eat that much. Just gonna like ration throughout the day, so we don't have to spend that much, like $6 on a loaf of bread or anything.
Yeah, bread's expensive.
But we were there every day.
I knew milk was gonna be expensive, but bread's like $6.50 a loaf. But we were at the grocery store like every day because we did not realize how much we were gonna eat like at home, which is good because we ended up saving. But like, we knocked out cartons of eggs, knocked out bread and sandwiches. Like, it was. I think we saved money eating. Shout out KTA though, and there was these things called like lava cookies, and I ate like 6 of those bags, and they have an online website, and I'm about to go ham because like if you're ever in Big Island, Hawaii, and you go to KTA, like get lava rock cookies. They're called like apple Hawaiian brand or Hawaiian apple brand or something. That's what they're called. Mm-hmm. Like, but just look, they're like on the display for local stuff. It's called lava rock cookies, and they're so good. Like that was. Oh,
I think my favorite was the lemon one.
Yeah, the lemon ones are good. I like the coffee ones too.
Yeah,
the coffee ones are pretty good.
Also, McDonald's first day breakfast. That was the best Egg McMuffin I've ever had.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's because I haven't had it in like 3 years.
We were just like so jet lagged, and we were like, ugh. They were like, you want to go to McDonald's for breakfast? And I was like, sure. Like I haven't been to McDonald's since 7th grade, and I'm going to college next year. And I ate McDonald's that day, and oh my God, it just on another level. It was so good. Like it was so good.
And they had rice at that McDonald's.
Yeah, it was weird.
I don't know what other menus.
They had like a Polynesian like style menu. It was cool, but I didn't get nothing.
But I mean, it's Hawaii, so it kind of adapts to whatever or changes.
So the last day, I feel like it was kind of like a chill day. Kind of just we went back 2 hours to Kona, and we drove back the way that we went. But when we were going to our place, it was really dark, so you couldn't see anything. But like driving back to the city where we flew in from at Kona, oh my God, like the valleys, the volcanoes, the grass meadows.
It was very dry.
The sheep, like it was awesome though. Like
flatlands, but not
it was dry, but like it was like a grass, like a temperate grassland. Yeah, it was like a grassland, and it was like golden, and it was awesome.
Saw some cows, healthy Hawaiian cows, and some goats, mountain goats. Sheep crossing. Yeah,
they're literally for every animal, because there's not too many animals in Hawaii.
Nini crossing.
Like every animal there has a crossing. Like we saw mongoose crossing, Nini crossing, which is like their state bird, cow crossing, sheep crossing, goat crossing. Like any animal that's on Hawaii has a crossing like at a certain spot on the island. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Also the last day we got some coffee at like a local like brewery, and like it's so cool. Oh, like
it's a coffee farm.
Yeah. Like, so in Hawaii, you would think they grow like pineapples and sugarcane, but like literally on Big Island, all you see is just like coffee farms, and it's amazing. And like it's crazy because like 6 months ago I hated coffee, and now I'm like a connoisseur, you know. No, I'm not. But like I like coffee. So we stopped at this place called Hilo Coffee Farms. And I tried this coffee called pineapple. It was like a pineapple infused coffee, or like they grow the coffee and then they like put it next to, like put it in with pineapple. I don't know. I'm not a coffee maker, but I will tell you that's like the best coffee I've ever drinking. And I thought it was because I was in Hawaii and I was like biased, but like I took some home and let me just get this coffee. So like, look, go to hilocoffee.com, not sponsored, and buy this, because if you like coffee, this shit is amazing. Like, oh, it smells so good.
Do you even have to add anything to it?
No, like
coffee or
no. Okay, so usually I drown coffee in cream and sugar because like I don't like strong coffee, but like I'll drink this straight out the pot. Like this stuff is so good. So yeah, sponsor me.
Pineapple infused coffee.
Yeah, pineapple infused coffee from Hilo Coffee Farms, Hilo Coffee Mill. 10 out of 10, man. Like my favorite coffee ever, and I will order coffee from here like all the time. So yeah. So that pretty much like wrapped it up. That was the whole trip. So it was like 7 days in total, but 5 days in Hawaii.
There's a lot of travel.
So we're just gonna list out the pros and the cons, and we'll start with the pros because overall I think Hawaii, it was like a really good time. And the pros would be just, if you're an adventurer, go there.
Don't do the tours.
Don't do tours.
Do it yourself.
Everything that we did by ourselves, we went farther, we explored more, we saw more than the tour guides took the people on the tours on. And just don't do tours. So I would say a pro would be the adventure. Like the adventure is definitely there. Another pro, I would say, climate. It was actually really good.
Range of it.
Just like, even if your area is rainy, there's somewhere on Big Island. We're talking about Big Island, by the way. Somewhere on Big Island is good weather. Like there's so many different climates on the island, like the north, the south, the central, the east, the west. Like there's all different climates. So like I would say that's one of the positives, is that if it's bad where you are, just go somewhere else on the island, maybe an hour, 45-minute drive north, west, you'll find something there. Another pro is just the people. They were cool. Yeah. Like all the locals, and they're American. Like obviously Hawaii's American, but like they're distinct. Like they have they're separated, so they have a distinct culture that you don't see in mainland America, and it was just so cool.
Beautiful scenery. It was really pretty.
Yeah. Water,
waves.
If you love water, it's a pro. Like the waves there are crazy, and if you like experience, it's a pro. Like just going snorkeling, you would think like it's just snorkeling, but that was probably my favorite thing I did. Cons: price of food, price of gas, Kona beach bums, which I mean that was just a personal experience. I don't know, I can't speak for all the Kona beaches, but that's where I got my shit stolen. So I would say just food, gas, travel, because like
there's only like 3 highways.
There's like 3 roads on Big Island, right? You have like the loop around the island, one cuts through the middle south and one cuts through the middle north. So like if you want to get anywhere, you have to like go around the island and stuff. So there were some days we drove 2 hours to where we were going. Some days we drove 5 minutes. Some days we drove 45, and kind of just got old after a while. So I think the biggest con for me was travel around the island. And the biggest pro is just the adventure and experience. We also went at a very we had like a time slot where it was like the cheapest, and we took that time slot. And I think it worked out pretty good, especially for the price that we all got.
And apparently we got like under budget.
Yeah.
A lot.
We spent less than we thought. And I think it's because we ate at home. Yeah, we didn't do any tour. Like everything we did was pretty free. Like Waipo Valley, all the beaches, everything was free except like where we ate out and when we bought coffee and stuff. So definitely don't plan on having to spend crazy amount of money while you're there. Maybe just if you eat out, or even if you just buy food at the grocery store.
Don't buy unnecessary things. I mean, that's one way to save money there.
Just because you're in Hawaii doesn't mean you got to go crazy and buy the stupidest knickknacks. Personally, I would give the trip like a 9.5 out of 10, and not a 10 out of 10 just because my glasses. But it's whatever.
I can't even give it a rating. I want to live there. I've always wanted to live there, so
I'm more realistic.
I'm just gonna stay with that.
And we got to make that money first, and then we can move. We can move there when we're like 50 or 60. Raise a little farm.
Yeah, coffee farm.
Yeah, we can have a coffee farm, and then
and a goat farm.
And a goat farm. We can have a goat farm. Okay, anyways, I think that's it. I recommend Hawaii, Big Island. I want to go to Oahu and Kauai next, hopefully in the next 5 years. But yeah, that's it. That was our Hawaii recap, and I loved it. She loved it. Hopefully we can go back in the next couple years. And that's it from us. Peace.